Greetings and hello. This here is the ancient spirit tralaka. Well, here in spirit, flowing through the vocal cords of groovyev. Now, today, Tralaka wants to talk about numerous questions that have been asked in emails by the ever-growing numbers of viewers of these videos. Now, one of the viewers saying, well, they heard someplace that all the grays everywhere in all the universes have, all the dangerous ones have been eliminated. Let's take this one first. This is deception. Huge, huge deception. For, as the ancient spirit Tralaka here, as he speaks here, let him explain. For there is no force that is that huge anywhere that has ever been seen or read on in any off-world library, no matter in what dimension, of there being a force that is so huge, so powerful, that they can actually be at the very far ends of each universe that just goes on and on and on, and has totally eradicated variables of a species. No, this is deception. It's to get you to lower your guards, to set them down, to go back to doing your job, paying your taxes, doing what you're told, and not questioning the establishment of evil on this planet. That is their goal. There's a really big movement of this back in the later 1990s that really put tens of thousands of light workers on this planet to convince them to put their shields down and just to go about their job and be happy, be merry, because everything's taken care of. And then what happens in the next few years, because they're not paying attention, we get issued into the police state here in the United States because they were hoodwinked. The ones who are awake were hoodwinked into believing that no more disastrous things would go on, that all the evil had been taken care of. This is a deception. This happens on many different worlds. It is not exclusive just to this planet here. It happens on other worlds. So here, Tralaka, here, I am talking to you. I am talking directly with you. With you. I'm talking with you personally. Don't believe these deceptions. For, as I have explained in so many videos on YouTube, explaining how many variables there are of different species, the numbers are immense of the different variables of different species. So to say that someone just wiped them all out is so far a deception, it cannot possibly be believed by anybody, because it is so far from the truth that anyone who would believe that really need to look into their life and why they believe such things without question. Key thing here, use spiritual discernment. If you don't have it, work into understanding so you can use it. As you use the spiritual discernment, your inner spirit, one of the gifts of the spirit, the spiritual discernment, to be able to understand when the darkness of any variations of any form of body or not body, who is trying to hoodwink you, who's trying to bamboozle you, into believing something, so you just do what you're told and become a good sheeple and not questioning the establishments of darkness. So now this person also, another person talked about in an email to me on that we don't have to worry about anything in the planetary systems around Earth because they've all been taken care of. They're all destroyed and everything is going to be bliss now. This is another deception. Don't believe them. They're deceptions to trick you into lowering your shields and becoming a better sheeple and not questioning the different establishments of darkness. All right? For I tell you very truthfully, as an ancient spirit, that there is lots of darkness of powers on the planet Neptune, on Saturn, and also elsewhere, such on planet Mars. There's also darkness. There's also good beings on the planet Mars. However, there's also some very deep darkness. So, and let's not leave the Earth's moon out of this too. Though there's still a lot of fuddling darkness on the planet, rather on the moon of Earth. Okay, so no, it's not. They haven't all been destroyed. You know, this is an illusion. Trust the ancient spirit Tralaka. He comes forth to share with you the truths, so you understand where those deceptions are coming into your life, because your foundation is set on truths. All right, now let's get into some other things. The ancient spirit Tralaka, he's been off world for some time now, but he wanted to come forth tonight to answer some of these questions because he found them very alarming. Other questions. One person wrote about, are all the beings in the inner earth evil, and we need to murder them all? What? What? No. To become a better species isn't about, well, if they're not us, we gotta murder them. No. This will hinder the species that is Earth humanoids, a variable Earth humanoids, from developing into a better system. Because you got to be able to, as you're growing into being a better species, you understand that negotiations are the best. You just don't go, if they oppose you, you just don't go and murder them, because it puts you in the same shoes as those who you are slaying, unless it's for specific reasons. All right, for there are different variables within the inner Earth of this planet Earth. There's species who have evolved enough, because they've been around here for so much longer than Earth humans have been, hundreds of thousands of years, and way beyond that, longer than Earth humans have been on this planet. So some of them are very good, although they look from a distance and observe the Earth humans, still questioning if they should trust them, because a lot of the misconnections and the knowledge that is being taught by some of the different religions and beliefs, that anything that's not Earth human must be an agent of evil, which is so far from the truth. There are those within the inner Earth who are not necessarily all that looking like a humanoid, but yet they have a very good inner spirit, and they understand things that could help us on this planet so much. However, there are also those down there who are very dark, but just to go to war with them, most of the time, as understood under laws of the living multi-dimensional multi-universe, under the universal laws, many times this is shunned, because it doesn't prove as much as it would be to sit down and negotiate and to live within peace that is accepted on both sides, using logic on both sides of the table, on all sides of the table, for all the parties involved, using logic, not based on beliefs, but logic, to get the things put together so everybody can be within a better environment. All right. Now, another writer this was some time ago, had talked about, is there a leader of the grays that are actually seen so many times taking people up and experimenting on that. Is there a single leader for them? No. In most aspects of the different variables of grays, there is also a councils, although that type of council is a very small council with normally only 4 or 5 beings holding all the power over all the lower grays and such that they have in their command. However, I would like to remind the viewer that as with the dynamics of the living multi-dimensional multi-universe, there's only a few constant, and one of them is change. In time, things do change, or will come upon a time of change. All right, this is very important to remember, because in, let's say, 30 lifetimes ago, certain beings that you were up against were very mean, nasty, and even barbarians, and danced in the blood, and that doesn't mean that species, or rather the totality of that species from 30 lifetimes ago, is still that of the same evilness. For in time, as time goes on, things do evolve into different functions, into different aspects of lifetimes. There are those who spent millions of years in the darkness, who have come to cross the line to understand the different polarity that this particular living multi-dimensional multi-universe is within. All right, so they do come over the line, and in time, some of those which may have been a villain in the past will be your ally in some untold future, to aid you and not be against you. All right, now this here is the ancient spirit tralaka. As always, my friend, understand you are so dynamic. You are so much potential. Don't let anybody convince you or hoodwink you or bamboozle you into thinking you are not. Good night.